Welcome, everyone. Today, we are breaking down a really bold investment thesis, one that argues Google's stock is massively undervalued. And why? Well, according to our source, it's because Google has a secret weapon that could let it completely dominate the next phase of the AI race.
All right, so here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at a huge, hidden problem facing the entire AI industry. Then, we'll reveal Google's kind of unique solution. We'll see how that creates this massive strategic advantage, look at the numbers, and finally, explore a pretty stunning potential stock price target.
So first things first, let's set the stage. We're all living through this AI revolution, right? But what's crazy is that it's moving at a speed that's catching even the experts off guard.
I mean, it feels like it really kicked off in late 2022 with large language models like ChatGPT. And now, we're already entering the age of AI agents, AI that can actually do things for us. And just over the horizon, maybe by 2027, we're talking about the physical implementation of AI through robotics. But all this incredible progress, well, it comes at a very, very steep price.
So, what's the catch? There's a critical question here, a potential hurdle that could slow this whole thing down to a crawl. What is the one thing that all of this incredible tech absolutely depends on?
Well, the dirty secret is energy. A single AI prompt can use 10 times more power than a classic Google search. And that applies across the board. It's not just the massive energy suck required for training these models, but also for the everyday task of just using the AI to get an answer, what they call inference. And that's the bottom line. Power and all the costs that come with it, like cooling, data centers, and grid upgrades, has become the single biggest bottleneck, the critical choke point, threatening the future of AI. So the big question is, how is the industry tackling this massive energy problem? The default answer for almost everyone has been the GPU. But years ago, Google chose a completely different and, as we're about to see, a potentially game-changing path. You see, most of the AI world runs on GPUs, and that pretty much means NVIDIA. Now, you can think of a GPU as this miraculous supercar. It can do everything incredibly well. Graphics, simulations, AI training, you name it. But just like a real supercar, it's very expensive to build, and boy, is it expensive to run.
Google, on the other hand, went off and developed its own chip called a Tensor Processing Unit, or TPU. And it's not a supercar. It's a freight train. It's a total one-trick pony, designed for the singular task of AI workloads. All it does is go from point A to point B, but it does that one thing far more efficiently and cheaply than anything else out there.
So let's just put them side by side. You've got the GPU, that insanely versatile jack of all trades. And then you have the TPU, the specialist. And in this new world where energy cost is everything, Google basically turns that perceived weakness, being a one-trick pony, into an absolute game-changing strength.